Bally Cloud, mount of Mark Enright. Number 2 is Balco de Flo for David Mullins, 3 Disko for Brian Cooper, and 4 Flying Angel Noel Feely. 5 Kilcrea Vale for Jerry McGrath. Number 6 is Politologue for Sam Twiston Davis. 7 is Top Notch Daryl Jacob, and 8 Yorkhill for Ruby Walsh. 2.5 miles, so they start on the spur out in the middle of the course. They take 2 of 3 fences there before making their way onto the round course. And a reminder, that shallower turn back towards home, making it a more testing course. So another Mullins. Flying Angel is towards the outside.
And disappeared off and joined the others. Almost as smooth as silk. Is that reflected in the betting ring, Matt?
I tell you what, before our last break, we were going 11-8 with Labradors. Look at this now at Star Sports, though. The Yorkhill's back out to 13-8. Let's see if we just go back to the old computer, see their liabilities on Yorkhill. Here it is, it's in the red, 11,233 they lose, but they have also taken £20,000 each way on Disko at 5-1. What a party you could have, and a Disko indeed, if you win £100,000.
So, AP, what does Ruby do here on Yorkhill?
He's going to drop him in down the inside and keep him covered up. He's going to follow a pretty sound jumper in Disko, so I think he'll probably try and keep it as simple as possible. But a horse that jumps very left, because he can't go anywhere else other than down the inside.
What about Daryl Jacob on Top Notch then, Luke?
Yeah, I mean, Daryl's a totally different horse in the sense of he's only small, he's got to be really, really careful, but they're coming in.
Let's hand you to Richard Isles.
Thanks, Ed. And the Roar sends them away then for this JLT Novices chase. Start out in the country, 2 fences in the centre of the racecourse, led early on by Balco de Flo. At the moment, held right at the back of the field is Yorkhill, who is over the first without mishap as they head on, about to cross the intersection with the old course and head on towards the second. So out in front it's Balco de Flo who shows the way from Kilcrea Vale. The grey Disko is towards the inside in the first colours of Gigginstown. The maroon and white cap. Politologue, who was quite lit up in the preliminaries, is the grey and the yellow colours just behind Kilcrea Vale as they move into the turn. Flying Angel is towards the outside at this point, and the back markers, they include Top Notch, who's racing on the inside of Bally Cloud, and the rear of the field for Yorkhill. So they make the turn back towards home, 4 fences up the home straight when they straighten up, and the pace is quite a good one here because Balco de Flo hasn't really settled out in front, leading by about 3 lengths from Kilcrea Vale. Third place for the best place of the greys, which is Disko at this stage, ahead of Politologue, the second of those greys. And you can see Yorkhill right up the inside, just struggling to get a sight of that fence, but he jumped it perfectly okay. So heading back up the home straight, and out in front by not so far now, Balco de Flo by half a length, as they encounter the next fence, which again they're all over safely. Flying Angel just dropping to the rear of the field. Halfway up the home straight, and just about 3 deep for the lead. Kilcrea Vale on the outside of Balco de Flo. The grey Disko now just a length off them. Politologue from Top Notch towards the inside, being tracked by Yorkhill. Bally Cloud in the centre of the course with Politologue. They all pop over that, and Flying Angel is at the rear of the field. So one more fence up the home straight before they turn away. Reminder, the turn on the new course is a pretty sharp one, and there's no fence on that part of the track, unlike the old, as they all step over the next. So we're just about halfway in the jumping stakes. Everyone appears pretty happy. Pace has just steadied down, but all jumping soundly to this point.
Yeah, they're not going mad, but Yorkhill, OP, as you thought, dropped in.
Yeah, Ruby will be pretty happy with his position. He's jumped pretty well and he's behaved pretty well too.
Yeah, he looks as though he's the type of horse, AP, as well. If you let him get competitive, he will get, you know, he'll try and run away.
Just as he's gone past one there, you can see him just getting a little bit more enthusiastic.
Yeah, but as they go out then into the country, Kilcrea Vale leading them along.
Well, just about a length or so, Kilcrea Vale, as they pop over that. Top Notch and Yorkhill side by side, still to really play their hands as they head towards the water jump. Taken just the once in this race, and still out in front, Balco de Flo from Kilcrea Vale. You stretch over the water, you can see it well there. Top Notch and Yorkhill just a slight coming together, but they're all still very well grouped indeed as they head on towards the next. And over in front, open ditch Balco de Flo. Mistake at the back of the field by Flying Angel, but generally the jumping has been pretty good to this point. So we've got 7 to take, and out in front Balco de Flo from Kilcrea Vale. Bally Cloud, Top Notch on the inside, still towards the outside Politologue of Disko, and still waiting patiently in the wings Yorkhill. Last of all is Flying Angel. So this is the final open ditch. It is 6 from the finish. We are still quite a long way from the finish. Balka de Flo out in front. Oh, and a hefty fall from Bailey Cloud, who badly impedes Flying Angel. Fortunately, unlike yesterday in the opener, Yorkhill and Ruby Walsh was able to sidestep a fall. They didn't have that with Bacardi. So it's put Flying Angel just about out of the contest. In fact, I think he has, well, he's still tailed off. He hasn't been pulled up, but he's out of the race. To all intents and purposes, barring accidents, jockey's risen okay on Bailey Cloud as they've turned downhill with 4 to take, and still tanking along. Balka de Flo is given a really bold sight as they prepare to take the descent after this. And Balka de Flo, oh, and he's got him far too close there. And again, Yorkhill's had to be really nimble. He just was able to sidestep there from Ruby Walsh as they begin now to run down to the third last. That occasion it did cost him a length. So now the race takes shape on the run to 3 from home. Kilcrea Vale, red and white, far side Disko. Then behind these top notch, an important fence here. Yorkhill jumped it well on the heels of the leaders. And then Politologue as the runners now prepare to make their move down towards the second last, and still Ruby waiting on the inside behind this wall of leaders. Disko on the outside, top notch on the rails. Kilcrea Vale, Yorkhill just trying to thread a passage now, senses the opportunity as it opens up on the inside, and they race down towards the second last. Little top notch in the centre, Disko the grey, and the far side Yorkhill, 2 from the finish in the JLT. Top notch didn't take it as well as Disko, and neither took it as well as Yorkhill, who emerges on the scene at the far side down towards the last with a 2-length lead. Yorkhill is over safely. Disko in second place, then top notch off up the running. It is Yorkhill, just brushed the rail there, and little top notch is digging in. Yorkhill briefly lost concentration. Top notch has got to within a length, but Yorkhill driven out and finally on the board. And Walsh and Mullins on Yorkhill, who wins the JLT from top notch. Disko was third, Politologue, then Kilcrea Vale and Flying Angel. Well, he had to be nimble on the way round. You take